Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your March 2023 new moon reading. So this is for collective reading for Gemini sun or rising signs. I'm loving this card so far. This is super great. This is a collective reading for the new moon in Aries for my Gemini sun signs or rising signs. Look, I know this isn't an astrology video, so I'm going to be really quick with this, but look, there is so much happening this week. So if you've been feeling kind of adrift or just overwhelmed or just like what is going on, there's so much happening. There's a reason. You're not alone. Let me just quickly run through this. So these videos are coming out a day before the new moon. They're going to be coming out on the spring equinox, which is on Monday, March 20th. And the equinox happens at 2:24 p.m. on the West Coast, right? So apply that to your time zone, but that's when it's exact. Really, you can just say like, okay, March 20th this year is the equinox, which is really fantastic and amazing, beautiful energy. But there's so much happening in the astrology that it's maybe not going to feel quite like other equinoxes have felt in the past. It's really full. Then the next day on Tuesday, we come into the new moon in Aries. I'm doing this for tropical astrology, not sidereal, because it seems like, you know, for now, at least that's most people that seem to interact here or that watch videos in general are more familiar with tropical, but it's moving into Aries in the tropical astrology at 10:23 a.m. on West Coast time, right? And then a couple of days later, we have Pluto ingressing into Aquarius at 5:24 a.m., so a little bit before sunrise, and that is a huge, huge deal. So Pluto only moves into a new sign every about, you could say maybe like 15, 20 years, but about 20 years, right? And what it's going to do is it's going to dip into Aquarius for about 5-6 months, and then it's going to revert, go retrograde, and then it's going to go back to going into Aquarius, where it will firmly stay for about 20 years. I haven't looked at the exact date, but it's a huge deal. When we have a major planetary body, even though it's not a planet, I know, but when we have a body like that moving into a new sign, it is a huge deal. It impacts us all, not just individually, but collectively. And so we'll be talking about this, and I'm sure like for a very long time and when I do astrology videos, but I just wanted to preface this reading by letting you know there is a lot going on. So that said, I want to keep this as short as possible. These are maybe going to be a little bit longer because I'm explaining a little bit about the astrology with this particular reading. Don't worry, it won't be like this every reading. So all right, let's get right into it. So we have the sun, right? The sun is a focus. I love this because it really, I think this card does an amazing job at illustrating the area of life that this has to do with, which is your vitality, your radiance, your how you shine and glow into the world, right? The sun has to do with the heart, right? And it has to do with our identity, right? The way that we identify with like who we want to be in this world, our hero's journey, right? The who we're becoming, who we're striving to become. You know, I think a lot of times we talk about like, oh, I'm a, Virgo, I'm a Libra, I'm a Scorpio, I'm a whatever, and it's all from this place of like, we're very familiar with our sun signs, but honestly, our sun signs are what we're moving towards. This is our journey for life, our hero's journey, who we embody in some sense, but mostly it's not like what's on the very, very surface, but it is what nourishes in a way. It's one of the things that nourishes and feeds all the other signs, right? It shines a light. It shines its golden warmth over your entire natal chart, right? If your sun sign, where your sun is placed in your natal chart is not doing well, you might feel kind of like depressed or withdrawn, or kind of like a little bit like feel dark and shadowy and feel more like you don't want to interact with the world necessarily, not because of being an introvert or an extrovert, but more so just because like you feel dulled. That's the word I'm looking for. So this is really about paying attention to your vitality. Do you feel yourself like feeling radiant and vibrant and full of vital force energy? If not, then this is where this reading is actually going to be focusing its attention, right? So we're going to take a look at where can you be focusing your time, energy, and attention with regard to this area of your life, right? So we'll take a look at that, and we'll also get some spiritual advice. I feel like that one keeps on just popping forward. I love it. Look at all this fire going on for an earth sign. Look at all this fire. We've got the Two of Wands showing up, and then let's also get some spiritual advice just to top it off, because I just feel like that's a nice rounding it out that we can take a look at. So we are using 3 decks here. I just noticed that that was like that. Okay. So spiritual advice. Got 2s all around. Look at that. 2 of Wands and 2 of Laurels. So let's break this down. So where are you needing to focus your time, energy, and attention? Remember, the new moon to the full moon is the build. It's the energy building and building and building and building until it like pops, right, on the full moon, and then after that it's waning, right? So where can you utilize this energy, and like how can you go about utilizing this energy for building into your vitality and your radiance and your overall like health, your, you know, in your life, right? And so, and your identity, like who are you? What is your hero's journey or your heroine's journey on this path, right? Like what is this journey of yours? Where are you going? What is your trajectory? And we have the Two of Wands showing up. This is, you know, this deck is in black and white, so, you know, the illustration has to kind of show you, but you notice that there is Aries and there is is Mars there, right? So this is like, you can tell it's a very like fiery card. The Wands are a fiery suit, right? And this has to do with your passion and your creation in life. I feel like this goes in very well here, right? The Two of Wands says, hey, you are standing at the precipice of being able to create so much in your life, right? To choose a path. You're standing there. The whole world lies before you. Very much aligned with like the hero's journey, right? So the whole world lies before you, and you have the ability to choose, but you have to make a choice. You need to choose a path, because the card after this is like, okay, now it's go time. Now it's time to start enacting your plans and to start moving things forward, right? But when you do choose a path that is, you know, when we think about Aries or Mars, there is this energy of like desire, of want, of energy that is like combusting or sparking or moving forward, right? It's a burst of energy. It's a burst of passion, of creativity, right? And so whichever path you choose, make sure it's something that really lights you up, that really feels like it's part of your path. It's vital. It lights you and your path and up everyone around you because you're so lit up, right? Make sure it's something that you really, really feel like there is a drive towards. Like you have not just this, like the energy of this can be like short burst, right? And we could say that the new to full moon is like that short burst of energy. It's like one part of a cycle, right? But this energy to move forward is this burst forward. But you want to make sure that when you're choosing the path for the long haul, that you're choosing one that you're going to be able to really have the stamina for through the hard times, through whatever comes up, that the path is worth choosing because it feels soul aligned, right? It feels like it's aligned with your like soul. Right. And so, and just like speaking to that kind of stamina and everything, we have some earth energy coming through, and earth energy is definitely more of that kind of grounding type of energy. But here with the Two of Laurels, it seems like here you are again, you're having to choose between paths, right? Choosing between paths. Right. And the other thing about the Two of Laurels is that usually it's like, okay, I'm choosing between my different options. I'm like weighing out my options, which choices I have in front of me. And it's also like, what do I value? This could also be balancing between different areas of your life. Maybe part of your choice forward has to do with like, how am I going to be able to balance like what I want to do on this path that lights me up with, let's say, my relationship life or my home life or whatever it is. Like work-life balance is a really easy example that we can go to here. So make sure that when you're like choosing your path, whatever you're choosing to put your time, energy, and attention to light yourself up, that it feels like it is something that is of value, right? That you know that through, like the other thing about the Two of Laurels is that when life gets shaky, when the waves happen, when the highs and the lows happen, this sense of balance comes from being able to have a center point within ourselves and to have a center focal point too. Like when if you ever notice you balance on one leg and you have to kind of find a spot, right, to balance and to keep your balance. It's like that, right? When you're going to start juggling life as life happens, make sure that it's something that is of value so that you can feel like there's the stamina and the endurance to go through that and to be able to work with the unstable energies and to feel like it's something of value that will take you through. So I know that's not always like what I would pull for the meaning of the Two of Laurels, but this is what's really coming through and being pulled together here. So, you know, if you want to get like a sense of like the grander picture, you could also tie this in with your March 2023 reading for the monthly readings, and I'll have that up here on the screen. Obviously, if you want something that is more customized and personalized to you, you can book a personal reading. All of that information is down in the description box below, and the April readings will be up in just a few days as well. So hit that notification bell, subscribe so that you know when the new videos are coming out and you just can, you know, have them pop up on your screen like that. So thanks for being here, and I will check you on the next video. Bye.